Welcome to Out of the Office Talks. Thank you, Ecotech, for letting us record our podcast here at their Spanish Fort location. Ecotech is your single source for industrial solutions. It is ranked one of the fastest growing private companies in the United States. They provide industrial solutions globally. And the company employs a team of technical solution engineers for most manufacturing processes, including industrial pumps, valves, mechanical seals, and much, much more. To learn more about Ecotech, please visit them at ecotechamerica.com. The QR code is on the screen and the link is in the description. Thank you so much to Ecotech for hosting Out of the Office Talks with the Eastern Shore Chamber, and we're excited about your future here on the Eastern Shore. And it is my pleasure to have on this month Rianna Turner. Rianna, how are you?
Good. Glad to be here.
So Rianna is the featured artist for the 37th annual Jubilee Festival of Arts. And that is October 18th and 19th in Lott Park in Daphne, Alabama. It is the Eastern Shores Art Festival, Eastern Shore Chamber's Art Festival, and what an opportunity for us to have you on, because the artwork's amazing, and I appreciate that. I do want to get into a little bit of your background because it is kind of interesting. I love the story about when you won your first art contest at 6. I wish you would tell us that story.
So, yeah, I don't think I even knew it was an art competition, to be honest. We were just told as, first graders to draw a picture. It was a birthday for Lucedale, which is where I'm from. And so I drew my little picture and turned it in. And the next thing I knew, a few days later, there was a group of people walking in with a big first place ribbon and announced that you won this big art competition, this big school-wide art competition, and you've won first place. And I was shocked and super proud. And then, of course, I thought, well, I'm an artist. I must be an artist.
I love that. And that really is where it all began.
It is. I've always enjoyed art, but I think that was that's one of those core memories, for me that kind of shifted my thought from I enjoy it to it just kind of established in me, I must be an artist, so I will do art, and I will do it every opportunity I get, and I will get better and better, and I did. I practiced, and now here we are, many years later. I won't say how many years.
I saw where you had your Bob Ross set.
I did. I watched Bob Ross religiously as a kid. We have the same hair.
Yes, you do.
So we had that connection. But I did. I would focus on him, and I could sit, I think, literally for hours and watch him paint. And I just thought, there was a point where I was like, I can do that. I know I can do that. And so I begged and begged for the official Bob Ross paint set as a kid. And I think when I was 12 or 13, I finally officially got it for Christmas. And I don't even remember what else I got that year. I'm sure I got something else too, but that was what I had wanted for so long. I remember it. And I remember going straight to my room, shutting the door, opening up my paint set. I wanted my quiet time, just like Bob Ross had, I'm not sure how long I was in there, probably all day, but I painted a few pictures. I came out and I presented them to my family, and they thought that they were samples that were included in the Bob Ross paint set.
That's fantastic. Yeah, you were destined to be an artist.
I was. I 100%. Knew I could do it. I had no question, and I was so surprised why everybody else, everybody in my family was so surprised and didn't believe I was thinking, but I told you I could do it. I knew I could. I had full faith in myself.
Yeah, and talent to boot. So that always helps too, right? So the signature artwork for this year's Festival of Arts, the Jubilee Festival of Arts, is called Confetti Bay Jubilee, which is amazing. It's different than what we've had in the last 4 years. I think it's a bright and great change, in my opinion, and that's just me saying that. But and you can buy the prints at the Eastern Shore Chamber of Commerce, and they are available right now, $20. And you can go by there and pick one up today. It's worth having, 100%. So I want to kind of get into what inspired you on that piece of art. What was it that said, okay, this is what we're going to do?
Well, I kind of feel like being from this area, there are probably Jubilee paintings out there. Because it is such a unique and special part of the Gulf Coast. So I decided, why don't I attempt to do a painting that kind of captures the feel of a Jubilee rather than just the Jubilee itself. And so I thought, well, a Jubilee, there's this sense of excitement and almost like a celebration or a party, a festival even. So I thought, let's pull those colors in. Let's just make it look like a party, an anticipatory celebration. And so that's the colors I used were cheerful and colorful, not necessarily what you would actually see at a real Jubilee, but to me that's what makes it fun.
And it is a celebration. It is unique to our area, and it's also rare.
Yeah.
So when it happens, it is a big party. It is a celebration. I love that idea. I think that's a great idea. Confetti Bay Jubilee. Pick it up at the Eastern Shore Chamber of Commerce today. Go by there and pick that up. You can also pick them up at the festival. We're going to repeat that again. The festival is October 18th and 19th at Lott Park in Daphne. So don't forget to do that. It's a fun festival. You'll be there, obviously.
I'll be there.
So
yep.
What do you think the Jubilee means to people here? The Jubilee Arts Festival means to people here?
I think it's a tradition. I know people who come every year. They would never miss it. And there's good reason. If you haven't been, there's good reason that people come every year and from all over too. So it's a great festival. There's so many different things to see. I think there's a great variety of things to look at. And it's just a great time of year to just get out.
I agree. And it's been going on for 37 years. You can't really argue with that either.
Yeah, they know what they're doing after 37 years.
Absolutely. Liz Thompson is part of that, and she does a great job with that. You have a degree in communication and counseling, 2 degrees, right?
Yes.
And in fine arts, so is there 3?
Well,
I was confused about that.
Well, communication is that, fine art was a minor.
Okay.
So, yes.
You didn't need much help in that because of who you are and what you do.
So I minored in fine art. That was the realist part of me, or maybe more of my family. Maybe not necessarily me. It was saying, you can do fine art, but you need a real job. Right.
So has that helped you? Going through college and everything, how has that affected your artwork?
Yeah, I think so. I think, honestly, not focusing completely just on art, I think it broadened my scope and my horizon and my creativity through my counseling degree. And also through communications. I did advertising and public relations and marketing. So I learned a different aspect of creativity and graphic design, and that I probably wouldn't have if I just focused completely on fine art. I really feel like everything that I did in college and even just the jobs that I had beyond that have helped shape who I have become as an artist. So I'm really thankful for the path that I took.
We are too.
To get to where I'm at.
Yeah, we are too. So, how can people connect with you and get in touch with you?
I have a website online, riannaturner.com. Super easy. That's probably the best way. Also online, I'm on Instagram and Facebook. So either of those.
I got to tell you, my favorite artwork that you've done. Now, this is my favorite, is the overhead shot of all the beach umbrellas.
Oh, yay. Thank you for saying that. I love those.
Those are my favorites. I got to tell you, it just makes me happy to see that, you know.
Oh, that's so fun. I need to start a new collection of those then.
Yes,
You've inspired me. I love those. It's been a while since I've done some of those.
I love those. For some reason, they're just fantastic. So
thank you.
Yeah, so your QR code's on the screen for your website, and the link is in the description. And Rianna, thank you so much for spending time with us today. I really appreciate it. And the artwork is amazing, and thank you for that. It's just amazing to see how someone that talented in our neighborhood, in our locale, that's willing to do the artwork.
So honored. Well,
thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're watching Firewatch Business on the YouTube, and we just appreciate it. Thank you for sticking around for Out of the Office Talks with the Eastern Shore Chamber. I'm Jason Schmitt, and she's Rianna Turner. And we'll see y'all next one.